see the thing tonight.
How you doing? All right. Just want to find out what's going on. I just want to find out what's going on at OSU, man.
Yeah, what's up, man? What you want to know about?
Yeah, I need to get some financial aid to go to school.
Well, yeah, I think I'll introduce you to a man here. He works in that department. Real nice guy.
I need to find out about getting financial aid to continue school.
You're a student already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first thing you'd have to do is fill out an application. And some of these applications are pretty complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But we can help you. You come on into our office and you see me, and I'll help you fill them out. We don't base our decision on what kind of grades he got, and you know, if his grades are better than the next guy's, we'll take him. That's not how we do it. What we want to do is, does he want to go to school, or does she want to go to school? We've got a new program that we funded ourselves this year, a learning center. So if you're having any problems with any of your classes, you know, you just come and see us, and we'll get you a tutor.
Is OSU doing anything to try and get more minorities into the school?
We have a real good recruiting program that is backed by the university, and they have a real interest. Now, I think it's the best program in the state, because they're funding our program and educational opportunities.
Well, what kind of things do you do?
One of the things that I do that I like the best, and it gives me the most pleasure, is I go recruiting. And I visit high schools. They always end up giving you the kinds of students with the best grades, or parents make the most money, who already know they want to go to college. You know, and so I have to get to the school and tell them, hey, look, the kinds of kids I want to go to school are those who you think are going to make it. Too many times people think that, you know, hey, I don't have to go to that, I can't go to school. My folks don't make much money, and, you know, there's nothing for me. Once they know that, hey, it's possible to go to school, that here is somebody, here is someplace that cares.
What's happening? Say, my name's Craig, man. Yeah, what's going on? What are you in, man?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy?
Yeah. Sounds rough. Well, in the first few years, there's 5 years. In the first 2 years, there's a lot of chemistry, math, and physics, and English and history, you know, just a general education. And then the last 3 years, you really get into pharmacy. You have lots of classes where you have laboratories, actual prescription labs, you know, you just go in there and fill prescriptions and you know, just whatever you'd be doing in a store.
What are you going to do, like, you know, once you get out?
Well, I think I'm going to work for the Public Health Service, which is it's a government-run program that they operate medical clinics for Indians on Indian reservations all around the country. So I'll be jumping around from reservation to reservation.
What interests you in working for Indian reservations?
Well, being an Indian myself, you know, I'm a Pit River Indian from California, and you know, I'd kind of like to see the state of Indian health improve a little bit. But there's a lot of other opportunities in pharmacy, you know, other than that.
Are you guys in pharmacy?
Yeah.
Not me.
He's in pharmacy.
Oh, really? You're talking about opportunities in pharmacy. I was down here to talk to students about pharmacy. I'm a pharmacist. I graduated from Oregon State a couple of years ago.
What do you do? Where do you work as a pharmacist?
Well, I'm working with the Valley Migrant League's healthcare services.
Well, like, you know, there's not too many minorities in the pharmacy field, so it must be hard, you know, for a minority to get over in the field.
Well, there's a lot of math and chemistry and physics involved in getting into pharmacy. And generally, most minority students don't have a very good background in sciences.
That's sort of what happened to me. It took me a whole year just to, you know, pick up the background in college so I could even start.
What about the money side of it, you know, to get to be a pharmacist?
Pharmacy pays pretty good. In Oregon, it's around 12. They start off at about $12,000 a year.
trying to check it out, see what's going on. Well, I'm here at OSU and everything, but I'm not really too sure, what I want to get into. I really thought about media. Media? Yeah. What do you mean by the media? Well, for example, newspaper, television, and radio. Chicano! And I'm a communications major myself here on campus. One of the things I do is I do produce a radio show on KOAC, and it's related directly to the Mexican-American community. And the program has information, it has music, it has an interview, and generally it's a kind of information that's very pertinent to the Chicano community here in the state of Oregon. Which KBVR Television is a cable company where the students themselves operate, put the shows on the air, and do the broadcasting and everything. We cover sports, we cover studio type shows, we cover musical shows, we have a news broadcast 4 nights a week. In other words, it's a complete involvement of students in this particular field. I'm a strong believer in the role of the minority and the future for the minority student in television and radio. I think we should consider and look in that direction, of bringing in more minorities here and helping them and assisting them and getting them through school, because, hey, that's our future.
Say, brother, my name is Craig.
James Noble.
Oh, you must be the brothers in engineering.
Yeah, man.
Oh, blood, I know that's rough.
Yeah, it's all right, but you just have to study a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, okay, you have to study constantly, but it isn't anything that you really can't handle if you really don't want to. Well, you got to want to handle.
What made you get off in engineering?
There's a lot of reasons. Like engineering, I was told you'd have so many different choices, even if you didn't decide to go into engineering. Like it was a field where they disciplined your mind to a lot of things. Since you have to take so much math, chemistry, physics. But those subjects, they sound hard, but they're really not. Just time consuming. No, that's it. Really time consuming.
What do you plan on doing when you get out?
Oh man, I haven't really decided so many things I could do. Like, I might go into business to get a law degree or something. Maybe even go into get my master's in engineering. And if worse comes to worse, I'll go to work.
I can dig that, blood.
Right.
Say, well, have any of the brothers gotten off into the student government?
Yeah, this year there's 2 of us. Not one of them. And I'm in the MU. Moral Union. Vice President.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. But,
You're the what? The MU Vice President?
right, the Moral Union Vice President.
What do you do?
But what we've been trying to do is get more people involved in their student unions, like the Black Student Union, the Chicano Student Union, and Native American Club.
So you're saying that, for the brothers and sisters coming in like me, like I'm just getting in, and so like there's things for me to do.
Right, because if you really know what you want to do as far as school is concerned, well then you won't have any problems with your activity.
What's it like living here, man?
Well, there are all kinds of people here.
Yeah.
Where are you from, man? I'm from New York City.
New York. What made you come to Corvallis?
Well, I heard that Corvallis had a really good school forestry. So I went out here and tried to learn.
How'd you get involved in forestry?
Well, I used to belong to Boy Scouts. I used to go out on outings and weekends. And I really got into the trees in the country life. And then you go home and you go back into city life, smog and traffic and noise and everything. You begin to appreciate the value of nature. And that's what I got. I just started to appreciate it. And you're hearing reports about how they just tearing down the forest, just chopping it up, pushing it away, forgetting about it. I just couldn't see how I could let that happen. So I figured the best way to do something about it is become a forest manager. We have a lecture, then once a week we go on lab. We got McDonald Forest. It's owned by the school. It's 11,000 acre forest up in the mountain there.
What type of things are you going to be doing when you get out with your degree?
I want to go into forest management because it's a broad education. It hits engineering and products and all. Like, you know, once you get a forestry management degree, you can do almost anything.
Hey man, almost everyone I met at that thing last night, man, is really working hard to do something that they want to do.
Hey man, really think about it. Hard work's the way to get over now.
Is that right, man? Well, all work is hard for me. Well, hey man, you know, nothing really comes easy.